Hi, this is Michelle Mell, founder and CEO of Excy, and today I am here with Julie Vonnie with BioJunction here in Wallingford, Seattle area.
Yep.
And we're going to go over what to do with Excy and how to use Excy as an upper body ergometer. Today we're in her clinic, but the relationship with your table will be similar, okay? So want to get into that or?
Yeah, that sounds great.
All right, cool.
Let's do it.
So what's easiest here? You want to? I can get on here and you can kind of show me and correct me and make sure that I'm doing this right.
Yeah, that'll be really good because I'll
Okay.
have the ability to look at your posture, how our setup is, and
Okay.
anything we want to change.
So it's always important, especially if you have a shoulder injury, to talk to your physical therapist, talk to your doctor, and always consult your doctor before starting a new exercise routine. And we search far and wide for these pedals in terms of how we want them to be used. And Julie can walk us through kind of why it's important to keep our wrist healthy.
Yeah, so the most comfortable position when doing an upper body ergometer is going to be where the crank arm here on the Excy or on your UBEs are going to be at about your shoulder height, where that ball is moving in the socket. The other comfortable position is to make sure that our hands are palm facing as a comfortable spot. You can change that up, but that tends to be the most comfortable, where our forearms are in neutral. And our wrist should be similar to that if we're going to do a handshake with someone.
Okay.
We don't want to have our wrist too extended. We don't want to have our wrist too flexed, because that can create issues with the tendons on either side of the joint.
And then how about the bending of our elbow and through the range of motion?
Yeah, great question. As you're at your fully extended position on the Excy and pedaling around, you want to make sure that you still have about 5 to 10 degrees of flexion in that arm. So if you stop out there,
not here.
We don't want to be hyperextended with our elbow. We don't want to be to that point where, like you were right there, was reaching so far that our body is turning to do that.
Okay.
And we also don't want to be so compact that we never get our arm straighter than 90 degrees.
Okay.
Okay.
How about posture?
Yes, so posture is great. As we're on that, we want to, if we're standing, we want to think about standing tall, but we don't want to hyperextend through the spine at all. The other thing we want to make sure is we're not really hunched forward with that. Now, there may be variations of what you're trying to do with your Excy and what position you're going to be in, and that's a great question to run by your physical therapist or your doctor, who can help you be in the right position so that you're not going to injure your back.
Okay, great.